Next on Investigative Report. The Science of Love. How children magnify our hidden childhood issues. A hot and passionate relationship always leads one way or another to babies. Babies in a relationship where the couple has not worked out their issues or their childhood traumas are a recipe for disaster, as babies bring out either the parents' unresolved pains or positive expectation for the child's future. And now, the science of love, how children magnify our hidden childhood issues. Welcome to part 3 of the love science. In this section, we help you prepare your relationship for children. Some people may already have children. This is the third level in the Storge love, or the love of parents have for their children. If you understood the meaning of Philautia love as the second step in deepening your closeness, you are now ready to move on to the next level of love. Without Philautia love, the magic and essence of Storge love can easily be undermined. Soon I will show you your brain scans for scientists who have explored how we perceive the children we love. Now, homes that lack sufficient Philautia love between parents cause more psychological damage at the Storge level than any other social factor, if you can believe that. This, or the lack of this in a home, is where all of the social damage comes from. Storge, in the Greek, represents the love for family, particularly the love that parents have for their children. Now, in many homes characterized by what is termed as a dysfunctional grounding or dysfunctional family, children often develop a negative view of family, including grandparents, extended family members, dating, and marriage. Now, once these children grow up, these children may have no desire to have or raise children of their own, and it comes directly from their parents don't have a good Storge relationship with them. This often stems from the feeling that their parents view the struggle of raising them as merely a favor. As a result, these individuals may see children as burdens, growing up emotionally distant towards their own offspring. So even though they would like to love their children, they never receive love as a child. So it becomes a pain or a chore, just as it was for their parents, and they cannot show love even if they want to. This is why it is crucial for parents to establish a friendship with one another before pregnancy occurs. You see, Philautia love should always precede Storge love. In other cases, it is a time for individuals to work on themselves. Now, in my experience, working with individuals and couples, I found that many adult problems stem from childhood experiences, as I said before. When we finally confront our issues, instead of projecting them onto others, we often turn to a specific type of love from ancient Greek. This is different. So over 3,000 years ago, this love is called Philautia love, which can be confused with Philautia love. It's not the same. Philautia love is friendship with your friend. Philautia refers to the love we give ourselves, also known as self-love. So the Greeks had it before modern science. It becomes especially important during difficult times when we need to heal. This healing process is crucial to prevent us from harming our relationships or our children due to unresolved childhood issues from our past. Choosing a partner for a relationship or marriage involves careful consideration, especially if one particular partner is not interested in having children. This is the first sign. While some couples may decide against having children, should this be regarded as a viable solution aside from sterilization? No. This is a significant red flag in this person's life, potentially indicating that they were not honored as children or were hurt by their caregivers. Remember, no one is an expert at parenting from the first attempt to the last. So you can actually fail the same way your parents did. It is a struggle to learn how to be a parent. Parental skills can continue to improve long after one becomes a grandparent. Additionally, if someone claims they don't want children, it's essential to recognize that adults in a relationship engage in sexual activity regularly, all the time, which can lead to children, regardless of their readiness, just as it did your parents. Ready or not, here we come. And if you're not ready for children, like I said before, they still come and they bring their own problems just like you bring your own problems. Children often bring their parents' unresolved childhood issues to the surface under stress. So when we harm our children, we harm them under stress, not when things are doing good. You cannot give what you have never received until you have healed yourself. And for many, this is a lifetime journey. Therefore, enhancing your sense of deservedness is essential when you choose a partner for a long-term relationship, a topic I discussed previously. Now, take your time and choose someone with whom you can share all four loves with instead of just one. One will never give you a lifetime relationship. Now, this point to be a common issue I see in couples counseling, where men often express dissatisfaction with their wives not cooking, cleaning, or caring for their children. At the same time, women complain about their partners not fulfilling traditional masculine responsibilities around the house. He doesn't clean up outside. He doesn't take the trash out, this sort of thing. Now, this approach contradicts the idea of selecting a partner based solely on physical attraction or financial stability, which we choose people in Eros love. So the things we choose up front will not be the things we need when we're together. So that's why I'm trying to show you to choose somebody more than just physical or financial attraction.
You're watching MNN, the men's channel.
Now, couples frequently overlook the importance of a deeper emotional connection, those that support erotic love, until after they are married. At that point, conflict tends to arise around issues like denied intimacy, she don't give me any, and financial disagreements, he won't give me any money, along with larger unresolved problems that they struggle to identify. This is also when Storge's love, the love between family members, comes under strain. As one wise woman noted, she told me, kids are not in it for the money. So she said kids show up pure. Parents may be in it for the money, but kids are not. Kids want a solid family where there's no problems. Everybody dreams about a solid family. So one of my mentors in psychology once taught us that children serve as the thermometers of a relationship. This means that if the relationship becomes too heated, children have the innate ability to cool it down. Conversely, they can bring warmth back into it if the relationship grows cold over time. Children were sent here just to do this. So they're part of the marriage, not the main source. Couples come first, then children, but they have a main part. For example, let me give you an example about the thermometer. When a couple prolongs and they have disagreements, their children will develop illnesses or colds during this time, promoting the couple to redirect their anger and focus on the children. Stop bickering with each other and turn towards the children. And this strengthens the family bonds by shifting the parents' attention from themselves back to their children. And similarly, if the relationship becomes distant and cold, a child may act out in school. That's when they'll start to get in trouble, requiring the parents' intervention. The teacher calls you up here to say your child's acting out. Now, this situation can bring the parents together again to assist the child, which again reinforces family closeness. This is the thermometer effect in action. To right-side the parents, they need Storge's love. So when we raise our children with Storge love, not everything that goes wrong in the parent is the parent's fault. Not everything is our fault. Extended family members can influence negativity in the children. The public school system and peer groups can also lower a child's love level. So, what do I mean by this? See, children are born with the highest level of love, called agape. So when they're born, they have the highest level of love, just like we were. However, as they meet extended family and learn from their peers, their love level can drop from agape to Storge, then philia with their best friend. Now, by the time they reach teenage years, their love level is often closer to that of adults or Eros level. It's at the bottom. This is why Philautia, or self-love, is important for children as they grow into adults. It helps them work with their way back from a low level of love of Eros back to agape. We find ourselves. Now, I shared this idea at a religious event where I explained that Christ suggested we should become like children to enter heaven. You remember this verse? Children naturally love without hate. They don't see differences in race or wealth. They love their parents for who they are, not for beauty in the mom, not for riches in the dad, as we do each other. Once they join peer groups, influenced by public opinion and television, they often lose their pure love, and very few manage to regain it until later on. Now, problems come out behind closed doors, as I said before. The school system plays a role, But the longest education any one of us received is not from a public school system. It comes from the 18 years spent in their parents' home or their parents' school. This period is often to earn a doctorate degree in how to engage in a loving relationship while raising children. But it often leads to a doctorate degree in a relationship on how not to be a couple or how to raise children. This leads me to the solution. This solution I will offer to couples who tell me that everything was great during the dating phase, but things fell apart after moving in together. They wonder why. Why is this happening? Now I explain the roots of the problem. The roots of the problem lies in the situation they describe. Yes, everything may have seemed fine until you two guys moved in together and locked the doors behind you. That's when the problem comes in. It is at that point that life can begin to resemble the dysfunction you experienced in your childhood home. Remember. So within those four walls, you may have witnessed arguments, financial problems, and feelings of alienation between your parents. So if your understanding of unconditional love is tainted by these memories, both partners may subconsciously reenact those roles they were conditioned to play for 18 years. So the wife and the husband end up reenacting their roles that they learned in separate homes together. So you're not taking that relationship, your past is. These roles are often shared by how we perceive family life growing up. If a child loved their parents, they might emulate them and extend that love to others. Consequently, that child may choose a partner who resembles their parents and prefer to stay close to them, possibly pursuing a similar career path. So if you like your parents, you stay closer to home. You may choose your parents' career path because you admire them. Now, conversely, if a child despises their parents, they are likely to seek a partner who is entirely different in nature and appearance, acting out of rebellion. They may opt for a career that diverges them from their parents' path or avoid work altogether if their parents were workaholics. So if your parents work too much, you end up hating work. And they might move as far away as possible to distance themselves from their parents to the other side of the country. However, the choice of a spouse in both scenarios is not a rigid rule, as people may often choose partners based on attraction or personal preferences or fetishes. Nonetheless, the characters or individuals that we choose often reflect the feelings towards our parents. The damage occurred within those four walls when you were a child, and the human psyche feels trapped in a situation it desperately wants to escape. This is why all couples need philia love, which their parents may not have had shared in order to transform a house into a true home. So when we go into a home, we close doors behind ourselves. In our brain, it is in the same situation that we try to escape as children. We are stuck together in an endless loop of childhood where we can't get the opposite person to understand, I don't like when you do things this way. This is the way my dad did it. I don't like the way you do these things. This is the way my mom did it. So as I said, for years in counseling, I never met anybody with an adulthood issue. Most people I met with problems had a childhood issue. Most adults have a childhood issue, even at work. So if you stay with us tomorrow, we move to the last level of love, that being agape love. You must have this level to get to death do you part. Until then, have a good evening.